Ze Santo Group se k celé věci zatím nikdo nevyjádřil.
I made the mistake of going near the arms
Brzo dorazím, tak čau.
and some arms boom.
Co mi stálo za hlášení?
Holy shit!
Že je radý a pro tebe to správný místo.
All you ever talk about is Rabia.
Yeah, well, Tibor almost certainly is. I took some kind of...
This area is
I've got a
clear.
good idea what
Moving.
it is.
Nedělejte problémy.
No, an elevator, useless to us. Unless we want to start a real war, which we don't.
Then
Je
go.
to jasný.
It's a small village, for sure. And the Shah
Je to drahý.
probably not even involved, but
Jasně, tak
let's
zatím.
not throw either back without getting some.
How she is, scared of everything.
No,
Okay, check in.
You came here on purpose?
It was in the early days of this place. Nobody knew yet what it was really like. Her dad kicked her out because she was augmented, and my parents refused to take her in. She thought she'd be safer living here than on the streets in Prague.
And you came with her? That was really good of you.
I gave notice at work and followed her 2 weeks later. But by the time I got here,
Oh, Jesus.
Doesn't belong here.
You have lost your humanity. We will get you. One day, we will get you.
have a right to eat, you bastard!
Let's get back to what we don't want.
Well, you're a fancy clank, aren't you? I don't know who you were. Fancy. You can stay out of my way, unless you want to see the inside of a cell.
By I Sauron and his relentless band of Illuminati. Instead of the 9 dudes in black on horseback, it's a council of 5 in Aston Martin.
Chicane. Tell Miller the mission's back on track. I've got an elevator passkey that'll get me into Ark territory.
Copy that. I'll do a flyby up ahead, get you the lay of the land. Hit me up when you're through.
My God.
Are you nuts? What the fuck's the matter with you?
Just an
I have to
idea.
make changes.
We need
We aren't all drug addicts and lowlifes. Please.
Walk around opening poor man, I see.
Hey, man, you hold
Jesus, Radomir, keep your voice down.
What are you doing? He didn't hurt anybody.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Edward Braun. You shouldn't have ended up here.
A lot of people shouldn't have. Don't worry. I don't blame you. You're not the one who brought me here. You're just a man who didn't go out of his way. Makes you no different than anyone else.
I'm sorry, Edward.
The police came for me shortly after you left. At least now there is no more waiting in fear. No more wondering whether or not they will come. And I see I'm not the only one who got caught.
That's not exactly why I'm here.
Uh-huh. Well, I won't ask. But I will ask if you have any neuropozyne. It is in very high demand here. There is a terrible shortage.
Here. It's the least I can do.
Thank you. And just so you know, it's not your fault I'm here. It's just the way things are now.
Lazarus here because I was warning you not to close the book on it just yet. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, here's Tiny Minute.
Neumím anglicky.
Polished asshole.
Nikdo se nechce přiznat.
Yeah.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Safety is the primary concern, especially in the wake of the AUG incident, where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentations. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you, live from Picus.
Keeping you alive and clearing a way to
My friends, this most recent act of senseless violence has been laid at our feet. At the feet of all augmented, not simply ARC. And I fear the repercussions will test our resolve, the strength of our convictions. We have been cast as the villain once again. Despite our denials, our protestations, despite our dedication to the peaceful advancement of our cause, despite the fact that some of our own were killed in the attack at Rosika Station. But fear has blinded our accusers. And although I know that many of you are fearful in the wake of such violence, I urge you not to become as blind. You know as well as I that they will come here.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Some of you strike back. Please, I urge you to more violence will only escalate the situation. It will only serve to strengthen their
Access
justification.
granted.
I know it is wrong to ask, to lay down in front of our oppressors, but only in this way will the augmented be accepted into the world again. I speak to all of you, not as the leader of ARC, but as your neighbor, your friend. Our only solace may be the knowledge, the certainty that we are right.
za šílený keci. Jestli to tak bude dál, zavolám policajty.
Do you know how many times I've been robbed? Too many, but not anymore. There's a guy right in this area. He's got guns for
Fucking
sale,
hands up.
and at good price.
That was some decisive action.
Weakness.
No, thank you. Don't really think that's what it is.
Jen běž. Not through proper channels, obviously.
This is a pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting any customers today, given the unpleasantness outside.
Are you Louis Galois?
I am. If this is a referral, may I ask which of my customers was impressed enough to recommend me?
Tibor Sokol.
Ah, poor Tibor. But how may I be of service?
When I spoke to Tibor, he said you can help me get into Ark territory, undetected.
What did he say, precisely?
That you bring supplies into Gollum for Talos Rucker, under the radar.
Tibor should be more careful what he says, and to whom.
He also said you would probably ask a favor in return.
Yes, as it happens, I do have a need for someone like you. The police have confiscated some neuropozyne of mine. They're keeping it in a storage locker at the entrance to the market.
So, for you to give me access, all I have to do is get your stuff back from cops who are aggressively anti-Aug.
These are desperate times, unfortunately. And you do seem to be a very capable man.
If that's what it takes, fine.
Excellent. I will await your return. But before you go, might I interest you in making a purchase?
Let's see what you've got for sale.
Of course. Please take a look.